The wildfire coverage you're worried about is usually already sitting in a standard homeowner's policy. Usually. And that one word is where people get hurt. Because that sounds like good news, and it mostly is. Fire damage is typically part of a standard policy here. So when a buyer asks me whether they need to go find some separate wildfire product, the answer is often no. The trouble isn't that the coverage is missing. The trouble is that typically and covered are both doing a lot of quiet work in that sentence, and neither one is a promise about your policy. Because not all policies are built the same. Some carry specific exclusions. Some carry limits that only show up on the day you need them. And a policy you have never opened is not protection. It's a folder. So here's what I tell people to actually look at. There are three pieces that matter. Dwelling protection, which covers the structure itself. Personal property, which covers your things, the furniture, the electronics, everything you'd have to replace. And loss of use, which is the one people forget. If your home is uninhabitable while it's being repaired, that's what pays for you to live somewhere in the meantime. Nobody thinks about that one until they're the person who needs a place to sleep. Read those three, then go looking for the exclusions, because that's where the surprises live. Now, what actually moves your premium? Three things mostly. Location is the first one. A home tucked right up against heavy timber is a different risk than one with room around it, and the pricing reflects that. Building materials are the second. Fire-resistant materials can bring your costs down. And the third one is the one you control, which is defensible space. Clearing brush and debris to create a buffer around the house, keeping the trees trimmed and the dead vegetation gone. It's a Saturday with a rake and a truck, and it does two jobs at once. It protects the house, and it can help with what you pay. While you're at it, have a plan. Know your routes out, and agree with your family how you'll reach each other. Anyone who's lived through a fire season here takes that seriously, and it's a big part of why insurance comes up so early when people talk about buying up here. Here's the question I get most, and it's a fair one. Somebody will say, so should I just call whoever's cheapest? And I get it, I do. But what you actually want is a company that understands insuring a home in a fire-prone area, because they'll ask you better questions, and they'll write you a policy that matches where you actually live. Cheapest and right aren't always the same envelope. And I'll be straight with you about my part in this. I'm not your insurance agent. What I can do is point you at people who specialize in this and who know these communities, so you're not starting from a search bar. The reason I'd rather have this conversation early is simple. Insurance is the thing that turns a beautiful property into one you can actually keep. Getting it settled up front means you can sit on that porch and look at the country you moved here for without a folder in the back of your mind. If this was helpful, give it a like and subscribe so the next one finds you. And if you know somebody who's looking up here, send it their way. That's how it gets to the person who actually needs it. Please give me a call to chat. You can reach me at 623-512-9763. I'm the Mountain Bear Team Realtor based in Payson, Arizona, and I'll talk to you next time.